hacking the very fabric of the universe itself for, you guessed it, unlimited power. So let's just jump right in with a question that's going to flip your whole perspective on energy. Think about it. We spend all this time trying to harvest what's already out there, right? But what if the ultimate power source isn't something we just find? What if it's something we have to actually build, totally from scratch? Well, the proposed answer to that question is this wild concept called the Exogenesis Matrix. And you can kind of think of it like a blueprint for becoming cosmic gardeners. I mean, the goal here isn't to explore new universes. Nope, it's to grow them. We're talking custom-made realities designed for just one thing, to let us safely and cleanly harvest their immense energy. Okay, so you're probably thinking, why? Why would we ever need to do something so unbelievably radical? Well, the research behind this explainer suggests it's because our civilization, we're on a collision course with this massive energy ceiling. It's like a great wall on our development, and we just can't seem to break through it. And to really get a handle on that wall, we've got to talk about the classic measuring stick for any advanced civilization out there, the Kardashev scale. It's a really simple but powerful idea, right? It just classifies how smart a civilization is based on its energy mastery. You know, starting with controlling your own planet, then harnessing your entire star, and eventually your whole galaxy. And okay, this is where it gets a little concerning. The research using machine learning models puts humanity right now at a Kardashev index of about 0.72. But look at this projection. By 2060, after decades and decades of what we think of as progress, we're only expected to hit 0.74. We're not leaping forward at all. We're just stagnating. And to put that stagnation into real perspective, this number here, this is the projected time it'll take us to reach just the very first major milestone, becoming a Type I civilization that controls all of its own planet's energy. And at our current rate, we're looking at over 300 years. That's the wall we're up against. So this all leads to a really crucial point from the research paper. What if the problem isn't just our progress? What if it's the measuring stick itself? The argument is that the original Kardashev scale is kind of flawed. It's biased toward this endless, super visible expansion, and it totally ignores more subtle paths. Things like breakthroughs in efficiency or even ethics. And this might be the very reason we can't seem to find any other advanced civilizations out there. And that brings us right back around to the Exogenesis Matrix. Because, look, if the old rules just lead to a dead end, then maybe it's time to hack the game itself. And that's exactly what the EM proposes, a path to do just that. A way to smash through that great wall by literally creating our own rules. Okay, so how in the world would you actually build a new universe? It sounds nuts, right? But the framework lays out a 4-step process. First up, you need something called topological vacuum anchors. You can think of them like cosmic pushpins, just holding the quantum foam of spacetime steady. Then, step 2, you'd trigger a controlled vacuum decay. This is kind of like striking a cosmic match to light the fuse in a whole new Big Bang. Step 3, as that new universe just erupts with energy, these quantum gravity transducers would act like cosmic straws, siphoning all that incredible power back to our reality. And finally, and this is absolutely the most critical part, you would need absolute total containment, an unbreakable firewall to make sure that new universe can't ever catastrophically bleed back into ours. And here's the payoff. Just look at the insane scale of power we're talking about here. A Dyson swarm, capturing all the energy from our sun? That's the classic sci-fi dream. A stellivore civilization? That goes even further, actually consuming stars. But the Exogenesis Matrix, it's just on a completely different level. The power output isn't just bigger, it's an almost incomprehensible leap in energy that just dwarfs everything else. Now, obviously, this isn't something we could start building tomorrow. Not even close. The paper is really clear this is a multi-millennia project. So what would that roadmap? Humanity's potential path into the deep, deep future. What would it even look like? All right, so the proposed roadmap breaks down into 3 main phases. Phase 1, That's for the next century or so. It's all about mastering our local space, with things like advanced space-based solar power. Then comes phase 2, kicking off around the year 2200. This is the stellivore transition, where we learn how to literally consume stars for energy. And only then, only after we've mastered that, sometime after the year 3000, could we even begin to attempt phase 3, prototyping the exogenesis matrix itself, way out in some safe, remote, empty void of space. But, with this kind of unimaginable, godlike power comes godlike responsibility and some truly universe-ending risks. And this brings us to what might be the most profound questions of all: the ethical rules a civilization would have to completely master before even thinking about trying something like this. The paper really focuses on 2 huge existential concerns. The first one is just pure survival. A single miscalculation could trigger a vacuum decay cascade. That's a chain reaction that would literally erase our entire universe from existence. The only safeguard? You have to build it so far away, we're talking beyond our cosmic horizon, that the expansion of the universe itself would ensure the disaster could never, ever reach us. And then there's the second concern, the ethical one. How do you make absolutely sure you're not creating brand new universes with the potential for life, for consciousness, and then just treating them like cosmic batteries? And what's so fascinating is that this whole framework offers a potential new answer to the Fermi paradox. That great cosmic question, where is everybody? Because, as this quote suggests, maybe the most advanced civilizations aren't loud. Maybe they're not expansive. Maybe they evolved to be stealthy by design. They don't bother building galactic empires. They turn inward, becoming the silent, invisible gardeners of reality itself. So this really presents a fundamental fork in the road for any advanced intelligence. A huge choice. Do you follow the expansionist path? Build bigger, colonize farther, and just shout your existence across the cosmos for everyone to see? Or do you choose the cultivationist path? Do you turn inward, become a quiet master of reality, and, effectively vanish from the cosmic stage? And that leaves us with one last, really provocative question to think about. What's the ultimate goal of intelligence? Is it to conquer the universe, or to become its quiet, sustainable gardener? Is the endgame loud, endless expansion, or is it quiet, eternal cultivation? It's a profound shift, really, in how we might think about our own place in the cosmos and what our ultimate destiny could be.